Bafsin Green Construction and Trading up Bama Ghana for. Say Jumekwedu and Juma Fatason. And to say your hotel, school, hospital, bank, offices, and the Westie. Now Pobiam and to Mutas amount there. And then I may come for Bafsin Green Construction and Trading at the amount.
And now was papa say anope wajebre na wotie mamini a year the executive director at the Masem say any enkomo about a year the gold for oil deal now former president John Dramani Mahama is promising say obe probi sa particular policy because the essence in tia yedeba you know as the reflectiveness you know aba form say yen sheda nya impact ni Ben good morning it is saying Pacho peja oni ni mu kakra ba me wa me nton.
Good morning, Minia.
Bibia boko de. Okay. Now, first off, the edika, you know, gold for oil, no. I mean, the intended purpose in here, such an arrangement, a buy, you know, has it been achieved by the entire implementation yet to me I go through so far?
That's Minia. The edika, the gold for oil policy, you know, has no direct purpose and objective. It didn't get any direct policy target or benchmark and policy per se achieve. And I think that government communicators know Ubia or seniority program here as a far. Binum target it was to stabilize the cedi against the dollar. Binum target it was to keep prices of petroleum products lower. Binum so say it was an avenue for Bank of Ghana to store a lot of gold, be able to trade it off to stabilize our city. We have a lot of targets of BR because black policy initiatives, and I think the Vice President Okano try without a policy direction. And Okano was there, Minister of Finance, Minister of Energy, and 2 MP, you know, it was somebody out. So. Okay, 2022 ending now. Okasa statement.
The Punch
TV different position on it as a former Deputy Minister of Energy. Another former Deputy Minister of Energy, who is now the current Minister of Finance, also had a different position on it. MPA itself, at that time, also had a different position on this whole gold for oil policy. So on 23rd February, and I buying the document, that is the policy guidelines for gold for oil. And now the policy now, not incidentally. Target to be achieved. But what I've realized from the gold for oil I think that any call for probing is a good call. And the gold for oil rather made some individuals rich rather than the state. The Indian makers and they say, okay, gold for oil. Before gold for oil, na Bank of Ghana, Emma BDC for about their 80% or 90% of dollars or more pay their import to petroleum products into the country. At that time, not dollar boy, but still, not the Bank of Ghana to supply about 80% of the dollar needed to import products. At that time, fuel bonds were the German, so but still, Bank of Ghana no to me, Emma. A bag goes for oil and buy, and the Bank of Ghana actually the dollar now the BDC for some of our imported products, from about 80% to 20%. And even the last quarter of 2022, Ghana had to go for oil, yes, a day, but Bank of Ghana achieved about 18% of their import cover. The Bank of Ghana and say, "What's the size scanning in our boss? Or size scanning in our boss? Any oil, which are state-owned entities, and they say, or more than Fankra products, Nemra. And the boss became a major player or a trader now on go energy, or Mokamo, Obama, or Mutin import almost 40% of the industry. You hear say you consume Okruma, no import to 40% energy Bakruma. 40% of more import to the Bakruma, na Bank of Ghana, dollar no abo for cheaper dollar. My BDC for the no more cheaper dollars because no more only about 18% of what they need to import into the country. Into Bank of boss any well. Every year Makubi Libya, especially the subsidiary of Goel Life and Go Energy, because at that time they were getting cheaper dollars to import products. Boss was getting cheaper dollars to import products. However, on the market, Boss they were selling the price almost the same as in the BDC for also air ton. right? And now me no say no. E binum kra the products now or muntiminti ahoka.
So BDCs, right?
Yeah, Boston. No, I mean Boston.
Boston itself. Okay.
Yes. Omo no $1 cheap no to import the products no. Boston go energy. The products no our on credit. Omo the products maybe on credit better than the muntiminti ahoka. So come here say dollar na Bank of Ghana Edema Boston any go energy so on import no. Maybe they were using it for other purposes because not benefited from this particular gold for oil. And the products on the market were very, very expensive. And they bought them on the market. Boston also any go for oil dollars, not also the product on the market as a trader, no, were also very, very expensive. Gold for oil, it didn't achieve any purpose, but I think that people underground make a lot of money out of this whole policy. Because
so does it necessarily cause you be probably
Ghana for say Juma do and Juma Fatas on and to say your hotel, school, hospital, bank, offices, and the see now Pobia Mana to Mutas amount there and then I may come for Babson Green Construction and Trading at the amount. Obuan was in down a won't you. Emane ha crampo, and Posabro train our no West Sufia Ghana now Pobia Mana to Mutas amount there. And then I may come for Babson Green Construction and Trading at the amount. The Yanni so benny muji your 2 bathroom tiles, compound tiles, swimming pool tiles, kitchen tiles, and in Yakaka. Then it is summer woman said, so pass Seattle. Now do location Maya. The Yan say Ghana, ye benya be the amount. Na yan juicy candy, yan dada, said Uncle for be the young crofobino. A sunset task would you make any dintino, yet on cement, natural stones. Tile cement, slabs, marble tiles, and nobody lay a sign so a supply. A sense of Juma Hotel, not swear need to know. You were aboarding cracks are a certificate, a treasure your fat entity. Obetting your friend whom I true for so 0505 62 68 23 0505 62 68 23. Oba we breaku, wager, adequate winning by quantum pona so. Babson Green Construction and Trading. We do it just the way you love it.
The entire policy.
Yes, I think the policy probation was started from MPA. It was started from Mustafa Hamid because when the implementation of the policy began, no, they decided say your OMCs be a beton product, no, boss beton product na more. They decided say yeah OMC be a beton product, gold for oil product na amasa OMC. So what was the intention behind selecting some few OMCs to sell the product to them? No, sikadibi and as a mitimaka there is an exchange or maybe interest being we selected few to give them the product. Now I selected few AMA products no. At the same time, these few no more benefiting from the gold for oil so-called policy no. We're still selling the product the same price as will be on Wakocha free BDC, private BDC or $1 and the boarding. So at the end of the day, the gold for oil didn't yield the necessary results. But I also know that because the policy didn't have a purpose, didn't have an objective, they just brought it in to benefit some few individuals within the industry, whilst other industry collapse. And for that matter, Necra makers a BDC for the donor collapse because it's $1 or a crap product. But Boston Go Energy, we're getting cheaper dollars to import product. At the end of the day, Boston Go Energy did not make the necessary revenue here to stabilize our economy.
Very well.
Boston Go Energy did not make the necessary revenue here even pay some dividends to their investors.
Now, finally, Mijao na wako now. We are told coming into the next week, full on the board from Kakra. Pricing windows, saying.
I think that full no crown this week I was sending board I think maybe the bonum cost through because of some competition in the industry, especially from some of the smaller OMCs now. Almost that retail outlets and also they are giving a tougher competition to the bigger OMCs into and two of and yes, Anka this week, which is 16th, no, it was Anka born cost because in BDC for 14 Ghana cities, 10 pesos, even 14 Ghana cities, 25 pesos, and a 30 price of fuel. And I believe we are still in the depreciating ourselves born cost. We are still expecting that fuel prices will increase because the city.
So it will rather increase and not a decrease.
Yes, so anyone who mentions say fuel price will decrease, may be looking at the figures based on the international market trend. Say yes, most of the products, about an average of 5% decrease on the international market. But that 5% decrease on the international market, and if you look at the depreciation of the cedi in these current terms, it will erode the 5% decrease on the international market to even increase the price of petroleum products locally. Yeah, expect to say fuel bobe cost. Say from there, I don't think so. Maybe the best they can do is to keep prices the same way they are. But yes, fuel price I will say cost.
Very well. Ben, I don't pay me that, so I'm grateful for your time.
All right.
Thank you. And to Executive Director for Sense, and I'm at the Nkomo Center for Environmental and Sustainable Energy, speaking to us and on the sidelines of the air course within a energy sector. This has to do with the exchange rate related matters and issues.
Mansa Media College. Mansa Media College a school power a TV so any radio so dwumadie ya suye e wo Kumase atonsu baby a wo bia o pese ba Mansa Media College na be hu dwumadie yedi ni hono a yentie dwumadie yedi no Mansa Media College
se usua bribi wo media mu ana o pese ohunu bribi biara e fa media ho ensu eche kra
Mansa Media College e wo homa
ye wa achechefo a wa kwadiri yie wa adetwe mu na in studio ni ye newsroom de editwam wonsam twemu no ye twe bribi ti se kasebo akenkan ni sinitwa ni bebura ekeka ho wa multimedia mu nso ye twe bribi ti se sini mfoni asiesie mfoni nitwa ni bebura ekeka ho ye betumi nso aboa ama wo de na otwepe asunya bribi wo nkitahudie adwuma ahodo nyinaa mu esan se ye wo yankasa foni nti abwe biara ye ma ya adesuafo kwan ma okọ yode ya tire won adesua dan mu no
ahwefo ehu ekame ese obi biara wo le bosomtwe ase enim abakosema efa nsuo ihu menya abofra kitu bi wo ha ono so se onim abakosema efa le bosomtwe ho
abusuafo ye mama kwaba eba Ghana Pages TV so emra so se the trending issues ne ekoso ewo abe for time fidie ni so ebe somo midin na naje wa akode
Mansa Media College ya ma o de we hia bia wo nkotahudie mu